Good morning. This seems fun. I love the idea of going live every morning on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna start with a little prime. Chill. Little morning, get ready with me. This reminds me of the clock app, but it's so much better because it's YouTube, which I would way rather be. Oh, already feel better. The skin is doing pretty well. Just needs a little evening out. All right, we're gonna do a little concealio action. Just using Too Faced. Have a lot of spots that need concealing today. And then for under the eyes, I'm gonna keep it a little bit more more neutral, not as bright. I definitely need a new one of these. I am like almost out, but just enough for a little concealio. And then we are gonna take this setting spray from MAC. I'm just gonna spray everywhere. Maybe I'll blend some. Yeah, I'm gonna blend a little bit of this Derma blend into my head. And we can blend. Just brighten up this under eye. Already, it feels so much more awake. I already feel like that is so much more highlighted. Okay. That helps. I think I'm going to just pat this over the eyes too. Okay. I think I'm gonna stick with powder today. I can't decide, powder foundation or liquid. I'm literally just in meetings all day, so I'm deciding between this guy or this one. I think because I don't know, I think because I exfoliated, I'm just gonna stick with powder foundation, but it's still, I'm gonna do a little bit of underpainting with a little blush. Just a tiny little bit, really super quickly. Just tap this guy in. Yeah, we're gonna do powder. It's really pretty though, really natural. Hello, whoever's in here with me. It's weird that I can't see you join. But I love that YouTube has this now. I think I'm probably just gonna do this every single morning because this is what I do anyways when I'm rushing to make a Zoom meeting. So I might as well get ready and share it. Okay. Blush is done. I think I'm gonna keep it very simple today just because I have a meeting in less than an hour and I just need to get ready. Cool, that'll work. Now, before I go in with powder foundation, I'm gonna do a little bit of just loose, like regular old loose powder. And I'm just gonna set the center of my face that I want to stay extra matte, not glowy, which is just under eye, nose, and then cheeks. I think this is too early for people. Sorry friends, I have a Zoom meeting. Okay. So there's our regular base. I'm just taking my Huda Beauty powder and setting the under eyes first. All the areas I want to be a little extra smooth. Super light amount of powder though, not much. Okay. Now that we have that on, I think I'm just gonna do like a wash of powder foundation. I just do not have a lot of time today, so taking my MAC Fix Plus, not Fix Plus, Studio Fix powder. We're all waking up still. And I'm just gonna tap this. This is a really cool kind of like angled powder brush. So I feel like it just taps on so quickly. On days like this where I literally am in meetings, Zoom meetings all day, I do not need a lot. I just need a little bit of coverage. This is a good shade for me. It just kind of evens out the skin tone a little bit without feeling like too much work. This is like Zoom meeting makeup 101. I do not need a full face of liquid foundation in the whole thing. I just like to do primer, concealer, a little blush underpainting, and then a powder foundation. These are underrated, I feel like, and a lot of people don't like matte makeup anymore, but you can always bring the glow back in. is foundation on. I'm gonna run through with a really quick little pop of bronzer. I guess we'll do a little contour. I'm gonna take my Balm Desert powder from the Balm and just do a really slight little bit of contour. Such a pretty tone. I'm just popping this in the cheeks, under the chin for a little bit of definition. Same here in this area by my nose, my brow bone, and down my nose. We'll do these later the next couple of days because I feel like everyone is still sleeping. Okay, it's a good little bit of definition just right under the cheekbone. In the chin. For my head, I like to take a regular bronzer, not one that's so cool tone like this. I'm just gonna take my Hourglass Ambient Nude Bronze Light on a huge fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna do right from my temple and swirl it up onto my head so that we get a little bit more of a bronzy look. I feel like this makes such a difference. I'm just making my skin look healthy. When I'm pale, I do not feel like myself. I feel like, I don't know, less put together. So I'm just tapping whatever's left over that contour. For blush, what should we do? All right, for blush, I'm gonna do a mixture of two. I'm gonna take my Ben Nye Nectar Peach. This is just a really great peachy kind of neutral shade. Just right on the apples. Super quick. This is Zoom makeup. So I'm literally zooming right through it. Little on the cheeks. This one is matte, so I like to put it in the center of my face. And this one is a little bit more, this one is Vive Pesca. It's got a little bit more sheen to it, so I like to keep that one up a little higher near the temples where we're gonna have some highlight too. Super pretty. But I just want all these colors to melt together. Pretty, pretty. Okay, after that, we're gonna do a quick little bake situation. But first, I'm just gonna blend. I'm really picky about the blend. So I like to take my powder brush, just go underneath the eyes, blend out any colors that feel too harsh. In the center of my face, and then under that cheekbone too. And then we can bake. This is like speed makeup. I'm just gonna take my Huda Beauty powder, flip her upside down, and grab whatever is in the lid. We're gonna do a quick powder bake underneath that cheekbone to just brighten up everything. Just like wakes up the face and really defines your cheekbone a little bit more. I like to bring it down almost onto my chin. It seems silly, but the difference this makes in your jawline just like snatches everything. I also like to put this in the forehead, right in the center, just to brighten up. And then on the sides of my nose, not too much under my eye because I used that brightening concealer earlier, but a little bit is fine. And then right down the middle of my nose for extra brightness and chin. Boom, we are baking a little cake here. All right, I'm gonna put this powder away and we're gonna do some eyebrows. Okay, eyebrows, we're gonna pop in and just slap these on. Eyebrows coming together. I'm just using Goof Proof 2.5. This is like a light neutral brown. I'm just going in, giving a little bit of definition. I'm a weirdo when it comes to these eyebrows. I just pop back and forth so that they're even. And I literally just eyeball it. I do not measure them out so that they're perfect. I just like to eyeball it, especially on days like this where I'm literally just getting ready to be in Zoom meetings with a couple of partners and clients all day. So I'm just being super quick. All right, that gives us a base. Now we have something to work with. Okay, that'll do. That'll work just fine for a start. I'm just gonna take my little powder puff and tap over top to kind of set that in place. Then we can go in with our pomade. I'm just gonna use the KVD one today because I am in a hurry. I'm ripping through this makeup. I'm gonna use dark brown and graphite in my concealer here. I always grab too much of this pomade. This is the KVD pomade. I'm just popping a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm just gonna pop these little hair-like strokes right on to that base that we created to give myself some eyebrows. And I'm using the spoolie as like a little eraser to kind of, you know, like wipe away any extra product if I have too much. And I'm just moving with the shape of the eyebrow. So like a natural hair would lay down, I'm just going through and adding little flicks in that direction, eventually getting to the tail of the brow. But these just make so much of a difference, I feel like, in creating a natural looking eyebrow. Whereas if you just drew something on like that, it just doesn't look very realistic. So I like to use this little brush and the pomade for detail. And this is an ABH 7B brush. It's just super, super thin and precise. So it just gets in there and creates the most realistic looking eyebrows. Cool. Voila, we have brows. For the left brow, I'm going to do the same thing. I just want to finish this one up first. Sometimes I'll pop back and forth and work on them both at the same time just to kind of play with symmetry, but it gives me a little bit of a start here. At least we have some dimension. So same thing on this side. I'm just going to start flicking on some little hairs. Just really gently. I'm just using the dark brown first, but it doesn't look dark. Like, it really doesn't matter what shade you use. You could use like a black color of a pomade like this, and if you're using a really light pressure, you would still get the same effect, and you could make it look like a cool tone dark brown. Just, it's all about pressure, I feel like. Okay, underneath, I'm gonna take my same brush, and I'm just kind of drawing on a little line underneath the brow to give it more structure. Sharp little tail. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the top. Cool. Okay, I like these. They're coming along. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side and just underline the brow for a little bit more structure. Same thing on the top. Cool. The brows are on. Now we just need a little bit more definition, so I'm switching from my dark brown to my black. This is graphite. This is gonna add a little bit more hair-like dimension and depth. So I always just close it up as soon as I can and put the remaining product on the back of my hand. Now this black is like a lot deeper than the dark brown. So I'm just going in with my little brush and I'm gonna add my hair-like strokes. If you just joined, I'm drawing these eyebrows on from scratch because I have alopecia. I don't have any natural eyebrows, so I literally do this every morning. But it's like very chill and, I don't know, therapeutic to draw these on every day. Boom, we got brows. Okay, the black makes such a difference. I feel like it actually like lifts the brows off the face and makes them look more natural. If you just popped in, I'm using graphite from KVD. This is a jet black shade and I'm using it on my little angled brush. And I'm just drawing on eyebrows from scratch. Taking a little bit more because they're looking a little ashy still and I want slightly more dimension. So I'm going back in and I just keep adding these really thin, tiny hair-like strokes. I'm pretty much just sitting in meetings all day online on Zoom. So this makeup is not gonna be profound, but it's gonna be like a Zoom makeup tutorial kind of thing. We got my face, my base makeup baking while I'm doing my brows. Just adding a little bit more structure around the top portion here. Cool. All right, I think that's good for now. I'm just gonna highlight underneath the brows with a little concealer. It's definitely a 2016 trick when people used to do their entire brows with pomades, but I still like to use them to draw on hair-like strokes, even though they're slightly tedious. It's worth it. So I'm just rubbing off my pomade. And then underneath the brow is where the magic happens. We're gonna take my tiny little concealer brush and I'm gonna dip that right into my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. Not a lot of product at all, like the smallest amount. This is in the shade Vanilla. It's light shade. And I'm just working this into the brush so it's like barely any product. And we're gonna pull that right underneath the eyebrow. So it just cleans up any mistakes we have and just makes the whole thing a lot brighter. I feel like that just makes such a difference. It like lifts the whole face up too. Same thing on the other side. Just gonna go underneath the brow. Cool, nice and bright. I'm gonna take a little more. That was like less than I even normally use. Pick up a little bit more. Just go right underneath that eyebrow. A little bit more product. And I think I'm gonna go back through with a little bit more pomade just to like clean that up even further. But I'm just gonna blend the rest of that concealer out so it doesn't look like a harsh line. And I'm gonna run that over top too, just to kind of outline the shape of the brow. Cool. We have eyebrows. All right, brows are done. I feel like those turned out like normal, like they always do. Underneath, I just want a little bit more structure. So I am gonna go in with my Urban Decay brow blade and I'm gonna take the pencil side. This is in the shade Cool Cookie, so it's really light. And I'm going to just give it a little bit more definition in the front of the brow. So we just have a little bit more structure. Boom, we got eyebrows. I think that's all I need for the brows so far. The last little thing I'm gonna do is add a few more hair-like strokes, but I'm gonna use a darker color, not Cool Cookie. So we're gonna use Brunette Betty. This is a little bit warmer, but because I used black and a dark brown, a little warmth I think is good. So I'm just gonna go through and go over a few of those hair-like strokes that we drew on. Add a little bit more warmth. It's really subtle, but I feel like that does make a difference. Same thing on this side. So a little bit more warmth. I feel like that does just like, I don't know, it makes the eyebrows feel more natural. Like when they're super dark and cool toned, it doesn't look as natural. A little warmth is good. Okay, after we're done with that, I'm gonna grab my powder brush again, and I'm actually gonna dip back into my Studio Fix powder and just dust away that bake. So that is nice and bright. Dusting away the bake, and then whatever's left, whatever I picked up from my bake, I'm just gonna dip back into my Studio Fix powder and just really lightly like tap over top of my brow so that these last all day long. Cool. Nice. It's cool to see the time. I did my base and my brows in 29 minutes. Not bad for having to draw them on from nothing. For a nose contour, I'm gonna go with my Dior powder. This is a bronzer, but it's in the shade 3 Amber, or 6 Amber. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that on my old crusty MAC brush. This is like my tried and true nose contour brush. If I lost this, I would freak out. And I'm just wiggling this into either side of the nose, giving myself a nice little cool toned nose contour. I like a little button nose because my nose is kind of big, so I like to round it by going over top here and then underneath the bottom of my nose to kind of lift it up and shorten it, at least visually. And then whatever's left on this brush, I like to just wiggle up underneath the eyebrow. So it feels like there's more depth coming into that nose contour. Okay. Cool. I feel like it just blends better that way. I don't know. I'm a weirdo like that. But whatever's left, I think, on this guy, yeah. This is the brush I usually grab a little extra contour on, and I'm just gonna tap that right underneath where I put the bronzer, just to define that contour a little bit more. Same thing over here. I'm gonna do a little on the chin too. Sweet. Contour is done. Let's pop on a little bit of highlight. Yeah, let's do it. Maybe I'll just grab, yeah, I'm gonna use Cookie from Benefit. Highlighter is one of those things where I kind of just grab whatever's in front of me. I'm not very picky about it, but maybe I'll use my finger. I lost a nail yesterday, RIP. I'm just gonna pop this on the high points of my face. So I like to use this little tip of my nose area always, without fail. This is a good highlight spot. And then this one right in the center, kind of between both of my eyes on the bridge of my nose. I love that spot for a highlight too. It just brings a lot of light to the face. Tip of my nose, and then obviously high points of my cheeks. I'm just using a really fluffy light brush. And if anything looks chunky, I just tap it out with my finger. But this just keeps the skin looking really fresh, especially because we're using so many powders. For me, I have more oily skin, so I actually prefer using powders than a lot of liquid products, just because it lasts better throughout the day. I don't know those girlies who just do cream makeup. I don't know how they do it. I'm taking a little bit and putting it right on my Cupid's bow too. Such a cute spot for highlight. Okay, that's it. Because we have powder as a base, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Freck too. I like to do this before I set my face, just so that it all melts together. I just love the look of freckles. I feel like they make me look really young and really cute, and they keep the skin looking like skin. So if I ever feel like makeup is heavy, popping on a few freckles it just makes it look more like skin. So I don't use a lot of product, just maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 little dots of this stuff. This is fairly waterproof and stays on pretty well. So I just like to pop it on the high points, kind of where I would naturally get freckles. And I do have some natural freckles. They just get covered up immediately as soon as I do my makeup. So I'm gonna take my finger, this one, because I'm missing a nail, RIP. And I'm just gonna tap those into my skin. You could use a beauty blender too if you don't want, you know, the oils from your hand to touch your face. I don't have a problem with breaking out because of that, but I know some people do. So I just like to quickly tap out, and I just feel like these are so cute. And they make my skin feel like skin, you know? They also kind of contour your nose and just make you look sun-kissed. And I don't know about you, but I am so ready for summer and all the sun-kissed vibes. So that's our base. Keeping it really simple just because I have Zoom meetings today. It's nothing crazy. I'm gonna do I'm gonna wait on setting spray actually. Let's do our eyes first. I have a little bit of time, so maybe we're gonna do, yeah. I'm just gonna keep the eyes super simple, and I'm gonna use my Capulet fluid eye paint from About Face. just gonna pop this all over the lid, concentrating it kind of in the inner corner and fading it out towards the outer corner. These are like the most workable, long-lasting eyeshadow bases, and also just like liquid eyeshadows in general, but I just love using them for a really quick eyeshadow look. Like today, I'm hopping on Zoom calls all day. I don't need anything crazy, but they just like, I don't know, they blend out so fast. I take whatever's left on my brush and just put it down my nose as an extra contour and kind of tap this up into the brow. This is like 5-minute makeup trick. Same thing here, I'm pushing it into the inner corner of my eye and then blending out, wiping off any extra product if I don't need it, which I don't. So working this in, again, I'm just taking whatever is left, like any excess product, and pulling it down my nose. It just kind of like brings everything forward and tightens it, helps to kind of contour that nose, which I love that look personally. I will never get over a nose contour. Okay, for the eyes, I just want to keep this super simple. Maybe I'll do some kind of glitter. I have this new Dominique Cosmetics eye palette. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of a shimmer situation on top. Yeah, pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take Pretty Kind, which is a nice kind of like neutrally shimmer. It's really, really gorgeous actually. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. It's kind of rose goldy, and I'm just gonna press that right on the center of the eyelid. Don't need too much, but mainly on the center. Same thing over here. A lot of times with my eyeshadows too, if it's the right tone and the right undertone, I'll take whatever's left and just like highlight my nose even more, because I can't get enough of a good nose highlight. Pretty super simple eye. Then I'm gonna take my same Capulet, and I'm gonna pop that under the bottom lash line. A lot of people skip the bottom lash line, but I feel like my face isn't like complete unless I have a little something going on down there. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and blend that out really quickly and just kind of work it into the bottom lash line. I feel like that really gets neglected. It was one thing when I used to work on clients, like nobody did the bottom lash line. I was like, it's not cohesive, it's not finished unless the bottom lash line is done. I don't know. Okay, so after I just quickly blend that out, I'm just gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow stick. This is AF94, which is About Face's kind of like sister brand. And I'm just gonna pop this on the outer corner of my lower lash line, like the smallest amount. And then this is kind of fluffy, it's not super dense, so I'm just gonna really lightly blend that cream out, but it gives me enough definition that it like shapes my eyes and kind of makes them a little bit more almond shape. It's just so creamy and it lasts all freaking day. Then after that, I'm using my same brush. Again, this is like quick get ready makeup. And I'm just taking True Self from the Dominique Cosmetics palette. This is like that neutrally brown, nothing too warm. And I'm setting the lower lash line with a little bit of that shadow. I'm also gonna take that same tone, same brush, it's pretty fluffy. And I'm just gonna wiggle that into the upper corner, kind of. But it's really not focused. You can just see it just adds a little bit more shadow situation to my eye, but like I'm doing this whole look with this palette. Cool, that'll work. Super subtle difference. It's like not that big of a difference, but I just want a little bit more dimension in that outer corner. And again, whatever's left on this brush, I'm just gonna work into the inner corner here, just like being really quick and messy with it. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not moving too fast or too slow. This tone is really neutral too, so I'm gonna take whatever's left and just pop that on my nose contour and just define it even more. Now that I'm looking at the eyes, I think I want I think I want a little bit more of like a gold color. So I'm actually gonna take my Fix Plus, this is the Stay Over spray, so it's more long lasting. I'm gonna spritz my brush with a little bit of that and then grab more of a gold tone. This one is like a really pretty gold tone. Oh, yes, I knew I wanted that. That's so pretty. It's like a warm bronze gold. Not yellowy, but like true bronze. I like that way more. Because I have kind of blue eyes, this is gonna help accentuate that color. And I think I'll do a red lip today. That'll look really pretty with gold. Okay, sweet. I'm just kind of working that in because I put some setting spray. It's gonna help with fallout. There's not as much fallout on my cheek. That's really pretty. Okay, love these shadows. For underneath the eye, I'm just gonna quickly pop in a little waterline color. This is just like a beige color from Essence, but these are waterproof and like $2, so highly recommend. I don't want too much pigment, so I'm just doing like a tiny little bit. Cool. Just like frames the eye a little bit better. I'm gonna go through and quickly curl my eyelashes, pop on a little mascara, and then I'm going to glue up my eyelashes so I can pop them on really fast. Okay. Today is gonna be a day. It's gonna be busy and crazy, and the meeting I have in the next 30 minutes is kind of a big one, so I just want to make sure I have a little extra time to set up. Okay, curling these guys, nothing profound. We're curling our eyelashes. Oh man. At least it's nice today. It's like for once not raining in LA. It's been so rainy all winter / early spring. Okay, quick curl. I think I'm gonna do just like either a brown or a black eyeliner, like nothing crazy, but we'll do a small wing. I like to do a little wing almost every day. I feel like I have fairly round eyes, so giving me a little wing helps to kind of elongate the shape. I don't know. It's just what I do on an everyday basis. Okay, done with that. I'm gonna pop on a little bit of mascara. This is just the Benefit Bad Girl Bang. I'm just home working today, so it doesn't need to be waterproof, but normally if I was going out or wearing this like super long, I would use the waterproof one. That is my all-time fave. So I'm just like slapping this on. I think I like doing it before because I'd have to use less eyeliner. I don't know if I have lashes done already, so I'm just doing a little bit mascara. And this one doesn't hold them up. I always have trouble with my eyelashes, like, you know, falling down, not holding the curl if I don't use waterproof mascara. So usually the waterproof one is the one I use. It has like that green blue color on it, the waterproof one, but because I'm literally about to hop on a Zoom call, it doesn't matter. So I'm being quick, not using the waterproof. Doesn't matter if they fall down because I'm gonna pop on falsies anyways. I'm gonna do my bottom ones. I don't have very many bottom lashes, but we're working with what we got. Cool. Makes a difference though, right? How's everyone doing this morning? Not very many people in here. I think this is too early for my friends on YouTube. I'll try doing an evening one later and see if more people are home. I guess everyone's running to work. I forget that because I work from home. Okay. Here's mascara. Boom, she's on. Before I do my eyeliner, I'm gonna glue up my little lashes. I cleaned these last night so they're nice and clean. I'm just gonna pop on a little lash glue. This is my holy grail. Take a screenshot of this if you want the best lash glue ever. This is like magic. I like how there's just studs stuck to it, but this is the best lash glue ever, especially for those of us with alopecia. Like I need my lashes to stay on all day long and like really last throughout the day. It's called Magic Lash Adhesive. I get it from Camera Ready Cosmetics, but this is like a secret heater product. If I run out of this, I like immediately go and order 2 more so that I'm always stocked up. It's like a holy grail product for sure. I don't love the applicator. Like I wish it was the brush on one, but it keeps, I don't know, it just lasts forever. And it's the most long lasting lash glue ever. I wore it on my wedding day. I've used it on bridal clients for years and years and years. So tried and true. I just pop on a little glue and I'm gonna set those down and wait for like a full minute while I do my eyeliner. I don't really care too much for my eyeliner today. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. I'm just gonna take my Benefit Extreme Precision. This is a brown, which I think actually will work nicely for today. I don't want the eyes to be anything crazy. Let's get some mascara on my lid. That's a little trick. If you let your mascara, if you get it on the top lid, let it dry and then just flick it off with a spoolie. All right, popping on a quick wing. This is like speedy wing. I just like to pretend that my eye is closed and it gives me like enough of a kind of a shadowy wing that it can be really quick. I do the outside first and then I kind of connect it from the inside. And these don't have to be perfect, especially with brown. I feel like brown is a little more forgiving. Boom, we got a little wing. I just like to draw like a straight line out from kind of halfway through my eye. And I keep the shape lifted because I want my eyes to look nice and open and almond shape. And then I just like really sloppily fill that in. And then you can play with that shape a little more. But again, I like don't put that much time into making them symmetrical or anything. It just kind of goes out. Wow, I gave myself an extra freckle. Good thing it's brown. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit more structure underneath so it's a little sharper. Same thing on this side. A little bit more sharpness to it, and then I can take a bit more product on top and connect. Okay, and because I'm using a brown eyeliner, not black, I am going to use a little bit of a gel eyeliner just to kind of like tighten up my tight line. Love how fast that is. Any black gel eyeliner will work. This is from L'Oreal, Infallible, 16-hour waterproof. So I like to pop this in my waterline. I just wiggle it up here. So it's nice and black, and my, like the skin underneath my eyelashes won't show through, if that makes sense. It just helps frame the eyes a little bit. Super subtle, not necessary, but helpful. I always like to clean my little lash applicator because it's the worst when you're about to put on lashes and it sticks to your lash applicator, not your eyeball. All right, clean those off. I'm gonna add one more quick coat of mascara on the bottom. Top doesn't matter as much because I'm putting falsies over top, but I like another layer on the bottom just to give a little bit more drama. Cool. Nothing crazy. This is like the most basic makeup ever, but that is okay. Not every day has to be crazy creative. Okay. Bottom mascara is done. Let's pop on these lashes. I'm taking my right one first. And they've been sitting for like, I don't know, a minute or two now, so they're nice and sticky, tacky. These are from Blend Bunny Cosmetics in the style Saint. They're really good. I love them. So I'm just wiggling these right into my lash line. Aren't they so pretty? I love these. I feel like these are the perfect lashes for every day. I also wore these on my wedding day because they're like dramatic but dainty. They're like the perfect combo. Love. And this is probably like my 30th wear. I wear these until they literally fall apart. But they're just spiky and beautiful and chunky, but kind of natural. Natural in my vocabulary. I kind of press down the middle first, and then I can secure everything else. Same thing over here. And push down on that outer corner. These are so pretty. I feel like a different human once I have them on. Okay. I'm just gonna let those dry and kind of set down. I just want a little bit more drama. I'm gonna go over my bottom lashes with a little waterproof mascara. I feel like it just picks up more. It's not too dramatic, but it adds a little bit something. Same thing over here. Just clings to the lashes better. I don't know what it is. Because these are still drying, I'm just gonna like squish them down so that they really dry right. Cool. All right, for touch-ups now, I'm just kind of doing last minute little things. I'm gonna take more of my brow pencil and fill this in a little bit more. I'm just nitpicking now, but sometimes after like I do the rest of my makeup, I add little bits more to my makeup. If I can see it faded. Okay, nothing too strong there. For lippy, I love a good red. And my lips are pretty small, so I like to add a little bit of an overline to kind of help bring them to life. I'm gonna take my bronzer brush. Let's add a little bit more bronze to the cheeks. Pretty. Okay, I'm gonna set before I do my lips. This is my Kryolan spray. So good, so long lasting. I love it because it's dry, so it literally needs like 0 dry time. It's so fast. Ugh, this lash. Just need her to stick. I'm gonna go over that with eyeliner in a minute because it's still drying. All right, let's do lips. I think I want to do just a bright red. I gotta go here in like 1 minute, but yeah, here's a good red. Cool. This is a fun one from About Face. It's kind of like an orangey red, very summery and fun. So I'm just gonna quickly line the lips. I like to go a little over on the sides, but then straight across on the top lip. So I just give myself a little bit more shape. And then like nothing crazy on the bottom. This is gonna be deeper, but that just gives me something to work with and is gonna help it last throughout the day. So I'm not worried about this being a darker shade at all. Let's see. Here's a brush, my Cosette lip brush, so good. I'm just gonna pop this on. I feel like the key to liquid lipstick is less is more. People just swipe it on with this and it's so much product. It's gonna get dry and uncomfortable. But if you use a smaller amount, it's actually really great. So pretty. I feel like that lip liner kind of brightens it up too. Pretty. Okay, done with the lip. Just to make sure it lasts throughout my call, I'm gonna take my little powder puff and just tap over the lines. Doesn't transfer, but that powder's gonna keep it on all day. Okay, switching earrings for my meeting. I'm gonna put in some chunky hoops because hoops are life. If I can get them in, oh my God, come on. Okay, that's better. I feel like I look like a different human now, which is what we were going for. So I'm gonna take out these little guys and pop in my big hoops. And I'm feeling like I need Moss bronzer. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of, yeah, I think I'll take my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer. This is like such a holy grail staple. And I'm just gonna be really messy with this. I'm just gonna reach in, pick up a little more, tap on the high points and over that contour. Give myself a little bit more warmth, especially with the addition of the red lip. I'm like, we need a little more. Pretty. I love a good bronzy look. I think for the inner corner of my eye, I'm just gonna add a little bit more something. I don't know what it needs, but it needs something. Maybe like, needs something. Maybe a little bit of like eyeshadow primer or something. Yeah, white. I'm gonna grab this white KVD liner, and I'm gonna use that as my like, if I can get it, oh my God. Wow, struggle is real. This is just a white eyeliner from KVD. I'm gonna clean off this little brush. And I just need a little bit more brightness in the inner corner. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that and just, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. A little pop, a little brightness. It's just matte, white. but it adds just enough to bring a little bit more attention to the eyes than I would had going on. Because they have sparkle on the lids, I don't want to add any shimmer, just like a nice bright white matte. Cool. Okay, you guys, I'm done. I gotta run to this meeting. It's in 15 minutes. I need to prep before, but this was fun. I like this on YouTube. I hope you guys come back and join me again. Drop a comment, say what's up in one of my videos if you enjoyed joining. I think I'm gonna start doing this a lot more often, just so that I have this time anyways to get ready in the morning. We might as well hang out, you know? Okay, I'm gonna run. I will see you guys later. Thank you. We are a small but mighty group here on YouTube, but I'm gonna show up here more often, I promise. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.